Hello, hello. This is your coach, Vanessa Aviles, and I wanted to walk you through how to access your Beachbody On Demand account, whether you are you're trying it out with a 30-day free trial, or you have purchased a challenge pack. So whether you purchased the 3-month base subscription or the full access annual pass, I wanted it to make it super simple for you and help you navigate through it. So there are two ways to access your account. So the first is actually going through your Team Beachbody account where you enrolled, and you would obviously have to sign in. And then as you can see here, you would then click after you're signed in to Beachbody On Demand. Or this is how I do it usually. I just go to clubteambeachbody.com, bam, and then I'm already logged in automatically, but then I would then log in here. It would say log in. And then I'm here. I am in the dashboard of the Beachbody On Demand. So what you're going to see here is this large banner. And as you can see here, these five little dials are just basically, think of this kind of like a billboard, and it's just informing you of anything new that we're including in Beachbody On Demand. So as you can see here, we've added, in this one previously, and see you can actually switch back and forth if you wanted to. If you're like, oh my gosh, that's pretty interesting, and then it switches, you can go back. So don't worry about that. So let's actually go one by one. So here's obviously our new all access annual pass, which is a crazy cool deal. This, obviously it's a big deal, so it's the first one in line. Then here we are Autumn, who's freaking awesome, shares different recipes that you can do with Shakeology, because if you don't know, we actually have a cooking show, or her cooking show with her brother, called The Fixate. And then here we're promoting how there's more yoga, which is always great. And then, of course, the health bet, which is starting on Monday. And then, giving big props to the recent Beachbody Challenge winner here. So that's what this is right here. Now, if you have already started, like I've been doing, Chalene Extreme. So if you're following a program, what I like about this right here is that you don't have to dig for it. You would just continue where you left off, and by saying, let's do it. So I'll come back to this because I don't want to confuse you. And then here's just kind of little previews of different workouts. And then here would be your purchase program. So without confusing anyone, remember the 30-day free trial and the 3-month base subscription has so many options. You have a ton of different workouts to choose from. The only thing that you do not have access to is any premium programs. So since I have the annual pass, I have everything that Beachbody has already put out, including all the base programs in the member library, as well as any premium programs, because it comes with the annual pass. However, if I just had the base subscription, if I were to click here, it would say unlock. So I just wanted to point that out if yours looks different than mine. Also, with the all annual pass, not only do I get all the premium programs, but I also have full access to any new ones that come out for this year. So of course you can see this little arrow. If there's more programming, which there would be there. So if you are in the base subscription, you will see here member library, and there's different programs here. Fixate's the cooking show, and you can continue scrolling this way. If you're just kind of like, okay, let's see what this is all about. But then this can seem a little overwhelming because you're like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. But, right, I'm just showing you what it all can do. Now, the cool thing here is that you can also search by type. So if you're looking for something very cardio specific, muscle building, if you're short on time, if you're looking to kind of tighten up and tone, if you're feeling like dancing, if you can't really jump, if you want to do yoga. So this is a really cool way to search for programs based off of category. And then, of course, if you love, love, love a particular trainer or two, you can also search by trainer because, of course, it's always based off of who you connect with. So you may tend to kind of gravitate towards a few trainers and you'll pretty much try out anything that they put out. And for me, that is freaking Shalene. I love her. Not that I don't love the others. Although, I don't know, Siggy, he's a man and so is Autumn. Tony Horton, I don't know. I love them all. All right. And then, of course, here's some other little promo stuff, but that is your dashboard here. The other thing you can do here in your dashboard, you can also search here if you're looking for recipes, again, by type. So there's multiple ways to get to the same thing. The other thing you can do, let's say that your coach has recommended a few programs and you don't want to have to dig for them. What you can do is just click here on this little icon. That can happen, or you just kind of lightly put your cursor on, then you can search. So let's just search for something a little old school because it wouldn't be in the top. Turbo Jam. There we go. See? And you can hit Turbo Jam. And then bam, it shows up right here, right? And then you're in the program view. So now you're in the program view of this very specific program. Does that make sense? So now, back in the day when you used to get your DVDs and all of that, so let's compare it to that. So here it gives you an overview of, a 60-day program. The workouts range from 20 to 45 minutes. It's a cardio dance and it's an intermediate level. Now, back in the day when you would get your DVDs and all that, you can see the view. Where was it? Right here, right? This is it, but virtual, all right? So this would be your DVDs, for example, right? But they're streaming like Netflix. And over here on the right-hand column would be everything else that would come with it. You like your program guide, your calendar, your eating plan, and some other tips and stuff. But because it's virtual now, there are so many different cool things that you can look at. So there's like Q&A. So let's just play this for a second so you can kind of see. Oh, well, depending on your internet connection.
My name's Shalene Johnson, and this is Beachbody On Demand. And this is where you get your answers to questions about nutrition, exercise, or specifics about one of my programs.
See? Isn't that cool? Where before, it just wasn't all like inclusive in one little area. So you have trainer Q&A, you have a quick start guide, you have your fitness guide, your calendar, your eating plan, your 10-day kickstart. And then this kind of breaks down some of the basic moves in Turbo Jam. So this used to all be like paper and like booklets, and sometimes it was just, I don't know, like take up so much room. So you can also export that as a PDF and save it out. So I'm going to go back now just so you can see. So let's say you were searching for Turbo Jam. And you're like, okay, well, I want to look for another program. Again, you can search here. Or if you want to go back to the dashboard, you just click on the logo of Beachbody On Demand. It takes you back where you started. Right? So again, if it just depending on what you're doing, you can kind of like explore. So now let's just go to 21 Day Fix Extreme because that's a really popular program and Autumn freaking rocks. So again, now I'm in the program view just like I was before with Turbo Jam. So again, these are the workouts and this comes with the base kit and these would be the more advanced workout. So definitely start here. So again, here's trainer Q&A. So this would be Autumn giving you some tips directly, some FAQ, just so you can kind of see what it's about. So if you want to learn a little bit more about the program, let's X out of these. And then now here, the quick start guide is going to really kind of give you like a very quick overview of what to expect. And of course, this also provides the calendar, but here's just a calendar. So, I mean, it's kind of redundant, but at the same time, like sometimes you don't want all those pages. So if you kind of just want the calendar, For example, like I would print this out and put it on my fridge or put it in my workout room or wherever it is, take a screenshot of it and keep it on my phone. That way I know on Monday I'm doing this workout, Tuesday I'm doing this workout, on Wednesday, and so forth. All right, eating plan. This is where you will get all your nutritional recipes. This is how you figure out what your daily caloric needs are. Obviously, I would definitely recommend that everyone, if you're using the Portion Fix, those color-coded portioning containers, that you download the app, the 21-Day Fix. It's, I think, only $1.99, and it's so worth it. So instead of having to use any kind of tally sheets or anything like that, because there's some tally sheets here, this is where you need to, how you figure out how many calories you need. So let's just say, based off of your information, you get, I don't know, 1,500 calories. Let's just say that. So based off of that, 1,500, I would be in bracket number 2. So basically that means I need to have 4 green containers, 3 purple, 4 red, 3 yellow, 1 blue, 1 orange, and 4 teaspoons of good fat. So again, there are tally sheets that come with this program. Again, here we go. See, the tally sheets are somewhere in here as well. But guys, I personally don't want to carry around a piece of paper with me all day. So I'd rather get the app. And I'm just going to search for that real quick. So 21-Day Fix app. So if you just do that, and you can do it on your phone, obviously. But see, this would basically be on your phone, and you can change out how many what's the number of the container that you need based off of that formula. And so it's kind of like, okay, I had a green for lunch, so I put that here, right? And then that will count it down to 2. So it's a really cool, simple, easy, and quick way to keep track with the containers rather than carrying a piece of paper around. At least that's me, but everyone's different. Okay. So from here, what I always recommend everyone do is that choosing your, real quick, bear with me. The other thing, oh, I should have done this earlier. Give me 1 second here. You can also minimize this so it's not like so in your face. I use a Mac. I don't know what the keyboard shortcut is. Sorry, PC users. But for the Mac, you would do Command and the little minus, and that would kind of reduce it. So again, here it's giving you all of the approved foods for each color-coded container. And each color-coded container essentially kind of helps you break down the macronutrients. So they're in order from best to, I don't want to say least best, but I mean, out of all of the approved ones, this is the most nutrients dense, and then it goes down. This, once you click on the green container in the app, the list will also be within the app as well. So that's pretty cool. Oh, I need to call her. All right, and so forth and so forth. Okay. So I hope I'm not boring you, but I'm just trying to be thorough. And this is like giving you more information. Okay, here's where I really wanted to take some time a little bit. So we're going to go into recipes now. So here are a ton of different recipes. And of course, I'm using the 21-Day Fix as an example. If you're following a different program, obviously your meal plan would be different. But for the sake of, using the 21-Day Fix Extreme as an example, bear with me. So what I always recommend a lot of my client friends do is choose a few recipes between, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. And I would try to choose recipes that kind of share a lot of the similar ingredients so I don't waste food and they don't rot, in the fridge, or they don't spoil. And it saves money, right? So I would choose a few recipes, and from those recipes is how I would make my grocery list. And then from there, you would go grocery shopping. So that's kind of what I really wanted to nail down because I find that to be very super helpful. All right. I think, and also there's Spanish versions of this. And I think that pretty much breaks it down. One more thing that I wanted to share with you is for the fixate. You know, like you can search, I don't even know where it is. So I'm like, fixate. Okay, here we go. Fixate. Bam. So here's a cooking show. And what's great about this is that there's also a grocery list and recipes, and you can basically figure out your grocery list based off of which recipes you choose. So it kind of goes along with what I was just saying, because there's a ton of different recipes in here, so you don't want to get every single thing. And that's what's really cool about these tools over here on the right-hand column. So the other thing that's super important is you want to make sure you do your measurements. You want to do your weight. You want to measure yourself, and you want to take your before photos. And then I would at least check in with your measurements and your weight and your photos every 4 to 6 weeks. So if you have any questions regarding that, make sure to reach out to your coach. If I am your coach, reach out to me. And if you have any questions or need any additional information, you can also comment below in the video comments. And if you are looking for a coach to work with, let's chat. Let's see how I can help you. Let's talk about your goals. I love helping people not only transform on the outside, but more importantly, on the inside. I'll talk to you soon, and thank you so much, and I hope this helped.